Have you ever wondered why your legs feel weaker, even though you're eating healthy? Do you reach for fruit every morning, thinking you're doing the right thing, yet still feel stiffness in your knees, swelling in your ankles, or heaviness in your thighs? It's heartbreaking, isn't it? You're making good choices, but still losing strength. Here's the truth: some fruits that seem healthy for everyone can quietly sabotage seniors' muscles. You heard that right. Certain fruits, ones you may eat daily, can spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and weaken the very muscles that keep you steady on your feet. These aren't candies or processed snacks. They grow on trees, but they come with consequences. We'll tell you which fruits protect your strength and which ones might be secretly draining it. The third one will surprise you most. If this already sounds familiar, if you've been trying your best and still feel your legs giving out, then you are not alone. And you deserve real answers, so take a moment and hit the like button to support videos that put seniors' health first. And if you want more clarity, more peace of mind, and more strength in your step, tap the subscribe button now. Type 1 in the comments if this sounds like your story. Type 0 if not. Your voice matters here. Let's begin with the first fruit. You've likely eaten it in smoothies, breakfast bowls, or even on toast, and it's often labeled a superfruit. Bananas. Most people think bananas are the perfect food for energy. Have a banana before your walk, they say. It's good potassium. That's what we've all been told, right? But here's the truth hiding beneath that yellow peel. For many seniors, bananas can actually harm leg muscles more than they help, especially if eaten daily or in combination with other sugary fruits. Let's unpack why. Bananas are rich in natural sugar, mainly glucose and fructose. A medium-sized banana contains around 14 grams of sugar, more than a scoop of vanilla ice cream. That sugar rush may give you a quick burst of energy, yes, but it also spikes your blood sugar, and when blood sugar rises too quickly, it creates a cascade of inflammation throughout the body, including your muscles and joints. Think of it this way: your muscles are like sponges. When inflammation floods the body, those muscles become stiff, swollen, and less responsive. That means your knees may start to ache more after walking. Your legs may feel heavy when you climb the stairs. Even your morning stretch might leave you feeling tighter than before, and it doesn't stop there. Bananas also contain a high glycemic load, meaning they release sugar into your bloodstream quickly, especially when they're very ripe. That fast release can cause blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes that leave you fatigued, irritable, and unmotivated to move. Over time, this can lead to muscle fatigue, especially in the largest muscle groups like your quads, hamstrings, and calves. Here's the silent twist: potassium, the very nutrient bananas are known for, isn't absorbed properly if your magnesium is low, which is common in people over 60. So while you may be eating bananas thinking you're feeding your muscles, if you don't have enough magnesium, that potassium can't do its job. Instead of repairing muscle, it passes through your system unused. And what does that leave you with? A fruit that raises your blood sugar, inflames your joints, doesn't deliver on its potassium promise, and quietly weakens your leg stability. Over time, you might not notice it after one banana. But if it's a part of your daily routine, the effects can add up fast. How would you even know this is happening? Watch for signs like cramping in the calves, legs feeling like they're dragging behind you, or needing to sit after short walks. These aren't just signs of aging, they're signs of metabolic imbalance and hidden inflammation. Does this mean you have to eliminate bananas completely? Not necessarily, but we'll show you later what to eat instead and how to balance your nutrients so you avoid this common trap. For now, just remember, a banana a day might not be keeping the doctor away. It might be bringing fatigue to your feet, and if bananas shock you, just wait until you hear the next fruit. It's often praised for being low-calorie and hydrating, but it might be doing more harm than good. Watermelon. Let's talk about the fruit that feels like summer. Watermelon. You've probably enjoyed it at picnics, chilled from the fridge on a hot afternoon. It's sweet, juicy, and light. You might even hear people say, it's just water. Great for hydration, low in calories. And yes, watermelon is about 92% water. It seems harmless, even helpful, but for seniors, especially those struggling with leg fatigue, swelling, or poor balance, watermelon can be a hidden trap. Here's why. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index, even higher than bananas. That means it causes a rapid rise in blood sugar, faster than many processed desserts. A single cup of diced watermelon can raise your glucose levels in minutes. And when this happens regularly, it leads to something very dangerous for aging muscles: insulin resistance. Insulin resistance occurs when your cells stop responding to insulin, the hormone responsible for carrying sugar into your cells for energy. Instead of feeding your muscles, that sugar floats around in your bloodstream, causing inflammation, damaging small blood vessels, and interrupting your muscles' ability to recover. Now think about your legs. Your legs contain the largest and most energy-hungry muscles in your body. If they don't receive proper fuel, they weaken, and if they're inflamed, you'll feel tightness in your thighs, a strange shaky feeling when you rise from a chair, or even a dull ache after a simple walk through the grocery store. But here's where watermelon becomes even more deceptive. Because it's water-rich and light, many seniors eat large portions, sometimes 2 or 3 cups at a time. That could add up to 30 to 40 grams of sugar in one sitting, the same as a can of soda. But since it's natural, it doesn't raise red flags, and that's exactly the problem. The damage happens slowly, quietly. You might enjoy the taste, feel a little refreshed, and not realize that your blood sugar just spiked, and your legs will pay for it later. And there's something else watermelon lacks: muscle-supportive nutrients. It's low in protein, magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, all essential for muscle health. So not only is it causing harm through sugar, but it's not providing anything to help your legs rebuild or repair. Many seniors who experience leg swelling, foot puffiness, or afternoon heaviness may unknowingly be reacting to poor glucose control, and watermelon could be one of the quiet culprits. Now, does this mean watermelon is bad? Not entirely, but it should be seen as an occasional treat, not a daily staple, especially for those over 60 trying to protect their strength and independence. But here's the key takeaway: how something feels in your mouth isn't always how it behaves in your body. Watermelon feels light, but for aging muscles, it can be weighty, slowing recovery, stirring inflammation, and flooding your legs with instability. Still with me? Good. Because the third fruit is the most surprising. Of all, it's one most people believe is the healthiest. You see it in juices, smoothies, even weight loss diets. But for seniors, it may be the most misleading and the most harmful to your legs. Oranges and orange juice. This might be the hardest one to believe. Oranges, the bright, juicy symbol of health, rich in vitamin C, advertised for decades as immune-boosting and refreshing. You've probably heard people say, drink your orange juice every morning to stay healthy. But here's the unexpected truth. For seniors, especially those trying to protect leg strength, oranges, and even more so, orange juice, can quietly sabotage muscle health. Let's start with whole oranges. While they do contain some fiber, they are still high in fructose, the type of sugar that travels straight to your liver. In younger people, the liver can manage it more efficiently, but in older adults, fructose is more likely to be stored as fat, especially around the abdomen, and that fat doesn't just sit there. It produces inflammatory compounds that circulate through your body, including your legs, knees, and hips, interfering with healthy muscle function. Now let's move to orange juice, which is even more harmful. Most seniors don't realize just how much sugar is in a single glass of orange juice. 1 cup can contain up to 24 to 26 grams of sugar, nearly as much as a candy bar. And because the fiber is stripped out during juicing, that sugar hits your bloodstream like a freight train, fast, unfiltered, and checked. This sudden sugar surge triggers a rapid insulin response, followed by a crash. That crash is what leaves you feeling weak, shaky, or exhausted just an hour or two after breakfast. And if your breakfast includes toast or cereal along with juice, your body is under even more stress, struggling to balance energy while inflammation builds. But the hidden danger isn't just in the sugar. Oranges and orange juice are high in citric acid, which for some older adults can exacerbate joint discomfort, especially in those with mild arthritis or gout. You might notice tightness in the knees, stiffness in the calves, or even a burning sensation in the heels after long periods of walking. While this doesn't happen to everyone, it's surprisingly common in seniors who consume acidic fruits, regularly without balancing them with alkaline foods. And here's another silent sign to watch for: restless legs at night. That jittery, crawling feeling that keeps you from falling asleep. It's often triggered by unstable blood sugar and poor mineral absorption, both of which can be aggravated by frequent orange juice consumption. It's no surprise that in a recent study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Aging, researchers found that high fructose fruit juice intake was associated with increased inflammation markers and poorer lower body strength in adults over 60. That means what you drink in the morning may be directly tied to how confidently you walk in the afternoon. Now, are oranges entirely bad? No. In moderation, a whole orange eaten with a protein or fat source can be part of a balanced diet. But for many seniors, especially those struggling with joint pain, fatigue, or leg weakness, daily or frequent orange juice consumption is not helping. In fact, it could be one of the quiet causes of why your steps feel heavier, your balance is off, or your walks are getting shorter. The worst part: no one warned you. Because this fruit carries the badge of healthy, it gets a free pass. But not anymore. Now you know the truth. And now you can make the choice. So let's recap. Bananas, sweet but sneaky, can spike sugar and slow your stride. Watermelon, hydrating, yes, but heavy on sugar and light on muscle support. Oranges and orange juice, the most deceiving of all, flooding your body with fructose and inflammation. You don't need to starve. You need wisdom, kindness, and a few trusted truths about how food works in the body you're living in now, not the one you had at 30, but the one you have at 60, 70, or beyond. Your legs carry your freedom. They carry your story. They are the reason you can answer the door, visit a friend, go to the garden, or hug your grandchildren. And now you have what you need to protect them. So here's your moment. Pause. Breathe. Reflect. What did you learn today? Was it the surprise about bananas, the truth about watermelon, or the shock of orange juice? Type it in the comments below, because your reflection could help someone else watching. Share your voice. You matter here. And if you want more truth, more strength, and more clarity as you age, like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. We're building a community of powerful, informed seniors who refuse to go quietly. You're not fragile. You're wise, and you are still capable of walking stronger, one step, one bite, one better day at a time.